my channel. I am Maricita Colours in English. I will show you how I make this bunny hat. All the bunnies, we begin with a magic ring and we make increases. The increases are from 12 in 12 in every row. You must make the base until have the size that you want. I will give you the size later. This bunny hat has 7 rounds of increases. I make with tiny yarn. For this I make more increases. When I have the base that I want, I begin to make only a stitch over the stitch. This bunny hat has 84 double crochet, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, and 84. After this, in the next round, I make only a stitch over the stitch, and after this, I begin with the design. I will tell you how many rounds I have. Here I begin with the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19 rounds of double crochet. And here I have the double crochet in relief. Is a stitch vertical and one stitch horizontal. It's like the rib stitch in knitting. I will give you the size, how many centimeters has my bunny, that is for adults and teenagers, is 25 centimeters. And from the wide I have 24, 2 times is 48 centimeters. The base of my bunny, that is until I make the increases, is 16 centimeters. For make this beautiful bunny, I will use these 2 yarns, rose and beige. The yarn is tiny. For this I will use 2 times the yarn. I will use the hook number 3,50 millimeters, a scissor, and a big needle for sew the yarn. Now I will make a magic ring. I make the yarn around my finger. The long yarn is in the back. And I insert the hook into the ring. I bring the yarn. Slowly I make out my finger. And here I will make 3 chains. These 3 chains are like the first double crochet. How I make the double crochet? Yarn over the hook. We insert the yarn or the hook into the ring. We bring 1 loop, yarn over the hook, we pass for 2, and yarn over the hook and we pass for the last 2 loops. We must make 12 double crochet into the ring. Remember that the first chains are like the first double crochet, so I must make only 11 double crochet. Here I have 3 double crochet because the chains are the first double crochet. Double crochet is vareta or punto alto en español. So I will make the 12 double crochet. All the bunny hats for all the size, we must begin like this. The size of the penny depends of the rounds of increases that you make in your penny hat. Here I have 6, 8, 10 and 12 double crochet. I will close the magic ring. I pull the yarn of the begin and I will join with one slip stitch. Here in the chains of the begin, in the third chain is one stitch, and here I will make the slip stitch, and we finish the first round of our penny hat. For the second round we begin again with the 3 chains like the first double crochet. In this second round I will duplicate. In every stitch I will make 2 double crochet. So where are the chains of the begin? Here I will make 1 double crochet. And here I have 2 double crochet in one stitch. In the next stitch I repeat the 2 double crochet together. When we make 2 double crochet in one stitch, this is increase. So at the end of the second round, I must have 24 double crochet. Here I have 22 double crochet, and the last 2 double crochet I will make where are the chains of the beginning in this stitch. And here I make the 23 and 24 double crochet. I will join with the slip stitch in the chain, in the third chain of the beginning, and we close the second round. For begin the third round, we make again the 3 chains. We must repeat the same when we make increases, these stitches. In this third round, I make these rows stitches. And how I calculate? In the third row I must have 36 double crochet. So I make 4 times 2 stitches rows, so are 8. So 36 less 8 stitches are 28 stitches that I must make between the 4 places. So is 7 beige stitches between the 2 roses stitches. So I will make now in my pattern. Here I will make the increases. We must continuing always. So I make the 3 chains and plus the double crochet into the same stitch. So in this third round I must make 1 double crochet alone, that is 1 double crochet in one stitch. And again I must make 1 increase, so 2 double crochet in one stitch. In the next stitch, after the increase, I must make again the double crochet alone. So the increases are a little more separate. Here, before I finish this double crochet, I make the new yarn, the rose yarn. And here, I must make the 2 double crochet rows, but always I must look that continuing the increases. In the next stitch I will make 2 double crochet together, and always the beige yarn must be together with the thread. So here I make 1 double crochet in one stitch, and in the same stitch I will make the second double crochet. We must continue the increases. And now, before I finish the second double crochet, I change for the beige yarn. So here 2 double crochet together, 1 double crochet alone, 2 double crochet together, and now I must make 1 double crochet alone. and again the 2 double crochet together. I must make 7 double crochet. In the 7 double crochet, before I finish the 7 double crochet, I will change the yarn. Here I have 6 double crochet, so in the next stitch, here I have 2 double crochet together previous, so I must make 1 double crochet alone, and when the double crochet is in the half, I will change the yarn, and we change the yarn. And now I must make 2 double crochet together, and in the second double crochet rows, look, insert, we bring the yarn, we pass for 2, and here when we are in the half, we change the color with the beige yarn. And look, here is like we have 2 double crochet the color rows. This technique for change the yarn is the same that I will use for make the design. So I will continue making the 7 double crochet beige and the 2 double crochet of the color rows. Here I have 6 double crochet. Always I continue with the increases. And here I must make the double crochet alone. And in the mitte or in the half, I will change for the rose color. After the double crochet alone, I must make the 2 double crochet together. And here, when I am in the half of the double crochet, I will pass the yarn for the 2 loops. And here, I must make, where are the chains of the begin, I must make the last double crochet alone. And always the yarn in parallel. And here I make the double crochet. And look, here I have 6 double crochet, plus this is 7 double crochet of the color beige. I will join with the slip stitch up of the third chain, and we make the slip stitch. Here in my bunny hat, I alternate 2 rounds of the yarn beige, one with the rose stitches, and again 2 rounds of the yarn beige and the rose stitches. Here I will make the 4th round. I begin again with the 3 chains, and into the same stitch we make 1 double crochet. It's like we have 2 double crochet together. Here I must make 2 double crochet alone. So it's 1 double crochet in one stitch, and into the next stitch the double crochet alone. The yarn rows I must make together with this yarn beige, but I will show you later how you must make. So here I have 1 increase, 2 double crochet alone, and again 2 double crochet together, that is the increase. So the increase are a little more far away. In this 4th round, I must have 48 double crochet, 2 double crochet together and 2 double crochet alone. And like this, I will continue until finish this round. Here I made the increase, the last increase in this 4th round, and here for connect with the begin, I must make the 2 double crochet alone, and the last double crochet I always make in the stitch where are the chains of the begin. Here I will join with the slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the begin. And we finish the 4th round. I will make my pattern with these 48 stitches, but I will show you how you must make the increases. In this sixth round, I make again 2 roses stitches, and I try that is in the center of these 4 stitches. Here between the roses stitch I have 7 beige stitches. Here I have 8 spaces. And after this I make the last 7 round of increases, and in the next I make 84 stitches. I will make my pattern with this base of 48 double crochet. So now we stop the increases. In this round I will make only 48 double crochet. We make 1 double crochet like the first double crochet, and we skip the first stitch and we go into the next, and from here I start to make only 1 double crochet in every stitch. Here are the chains of the begin, and here I make the last double crochet, and we join with the slip stitch in the third chain of the begin. So you can see that the benny start to close because we stop to make the increases. The yarn rows I let far away from my thread. So now I will show you how you must make in your next rounds for that the yarn is not so far away. So here I will begin with the design of my bunny hat. And in the next rounds, when you stop the rows, you must to involve the yarns, and from here I will make the 3 chains. You must make after that we stop the stitches roses, you must make the same. In this first round I will make 5 beige double crochet and 1 rose double crochet. Here I will make 3 double crochet beige. I skip the first stitch and I go in the next, and always the rose yarn I must make together with the thread. In this third double crochet I will begin to make the change of the color. Here I make until the half of the double crochet, and I finish the double crochet with the rose color. And here I will make 1 double crochet, and in the half I will change the color. Here I make the double crochet until the half, and I finish the double crochet with the beige color. And look, is 1 double crochet rose. And here I will make 5 double crochet of the color rose. In the 5 double crochet we will change the color. Look, here I have the 4 double crochet beige. We will change the yarn. I will make the double crochet until the half, and we close the 2 loops with the rose color. And into the next stitch we make the rose double crochet only until the half, and we close the stitches with the beige yarn. So we must repeat all the stitches, 5 beige stitches and 1 rose stitch. For that your yarn is not so difficult, you must only make back your thread. For that the yarn are more easy for make the stitches. So here again I must make the 5 double crochet of the color beige. I will continue until finish this round. Here I finish the first round of this design of the bunny hat. Here I make the rose stitch and I close with the beige yarn. Here I have 5 beige stitches and 1 rose stitch. And here in the beginning, I must have the same. I have 3 double crochet beige, so I must make 2 double crochet. For that we have the 5. So we make 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch where are the chains of the beginning, I make the last double crochet. And we join with the slip stitch. Now I have the 5 double crochet beige, and we join. In the second round is 3 double crochet rows and 3 double crochet beige, and we must repeat. We make 3 chains like the first double crochet, but before, for that my rose color is with the thread, I make together and I make the 3 chains. And now we must see where we must make the 3 roses stitches. So I must make in this stitch 1 double crochet beige, and in the half of the double crochet we change the color. So it's like I have 2 double crochet beige, and here I must make the 3 roses stitches or 3 double crochet with the color rose. And before I finish the third, we change the yarn. And when I finish this round, I must have the 3 double crochet beige. Always the pattern must continue. So here I will make again the 3 double crochet beige, and in the third beige double crochet we must change the color. You must pull the yarn but not so tight. And here when I make the last double crochet, I change the color before I finish the double crochet. And again we repeat the 3 double crochet roses. Always we must change the color before I finish the third double crochet. Here almost I finish, and I must make the third double crochet beige, but here I see 2 stitches. Here I make the stitch together with the chain. For this I have 2 stitches, but here I only must make 1 double crochet. I must make the last double crochet. So now we have 3, because if not we make increases. So only we must make 1 double crochet beige, and you don't see any space. Here in this third round I must make 2 roses stitches, 1 beige and 2 roses, 1 beige and 2 roses, and repeat. I must make 1 rose stitch before this rose stitch of the previous round. I always involve the yarn, and I make 1 chain and the 3 chains. The first chain is only for join, and the 3 chains is 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch over the rose stitch I will make 1 double crochet rose, and before I finish I change the color. In the center I must make 1 beige stitch, and before I finish I change the color, and I must make the 2 double crochet of the color rose, and always the yarn, the beige, must be in the parallel. You must make the stitches with the another yarn together. We change the color before I finish the second double crochet, and I must make 1 beige color, and before I finish I change the color. And look, the design, you must to see that design must continue. So I will continue, and I will make the 2 roses stitches and 1 beige stitch. Now almost I finished the round, and here I must make the last beige stitch, and before I finish I change the color with the rose color, and I will join with one stitch or slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning. And look, the pattern continuing. Here in the fourth round I will make 3 roses and 3 beige, 3 roses and 3 double crochet in color beige. Here I will make 3 chains. In the next 3 chains I must make 3 double crochet in the beige color, so I pass the yarn into the stitch, not so tight, and into the same stitch of the chains I will make the first double crochet beige, the second double crochet, and always the yarn rows together with all the stitches. And when almost I finish the third double crochet, I pass the yarn. So here I have the 3 double crochet of beige color, and here I make 3 double crochet in rose color, and we must change the color in the half of the third double crochet. Here I will pass the yarn and I finish the double crochet. And here you can see that the pattern continues. So I will repeat in this round all the stitches. Now almost I finished the round. Here I have 1 double crochet, here I have the second, so I must make the third. And I have 2 stitches, but I will make only the last double crochet where are the chains of the beginning. I will join the round with the third chain of the beginning, and I will make 1 slip stitch, and we finish the fourth round. In the 5th round I must make 1 rose stitch and 5 beige stitches. It's like we begin the design. For begin the 5th round I will change the yarn. I will make 3 chains like the first double crochet, and I must make 5 double crochet beige. And in the 5 double crochet beige we will change the color, and I will make 1 rose double crochet, and I will change the color before I finish the double crochet. And again we repeat the 5 beige double crochet. I will repeat until finish the round. 5 beige double crochet and 1 double crochet rose. Here I will finish the round. I have 2 stitches, but only I will make 1 double crochet rose, and before I finish I close with the beige color, and I will join the round with the slip stitch in the third beige stitch. In my benny I made 2 times, so in the next round I must make the first round when I begin the design. But now I will stop the design and only I will make 1 round of the beige double crochet. So I make 3 chains like the first double crochet, I skip this stitch and I go in the next and I make a stitch over the stitch. I have in the base 48 double crochet, so I must have 48 double crochet in this round. If you have 60, 72, 84 is the same. You must have the same number. Now almost I finish this round. I make the last double crochet where are the chains of the begin, and I join with one slip stitch in the third chain of the begin. Now I will change the yarn because I will begin to make the border. Look, I make this for that the yarn is together with the thread and not cut the yarns. Here I will make 3 chains like the first double crochet, and here I will begin the border. Here I cut the yarn, the beige, because we don't use anymore. I will make double crochet, but I will cut different the stitches from the front to the back and to the front, and I will make the double crochet. Always let a little space to the yarns and ready. This is the first double crochet in vertical, and now I will make in horizontal. It's in the back. From the back to the front and again to the back, and I will make the double crochet. I pass for 2 and I pass for 2. I must alternate the vertical and the horizontal. Now I will make the vertical, that is from the front to the back to the front, and I make the double crochet. This is the double crochet in relief for the front and from the back. This is from the back. I will make 6 rounds of this stitch. It's like a border for our Benny hat. I want to show you that here in my Benny, before I begin the relief stitch, I make 1 round only with the rose yarn with the double crochet, and after this I begin with the relief stitch, and looks different. You can use both options. After that I make the vertical, I will make the horizontal double crochet in relief. This is the vertical from the front to the back to the front. This is the horizontal, that is from the back to the front and to the back. And here where are the chains of the begin, I will make the last double crochet in vertical. And here in the chains of the begin, I will join with 1 slip stitch. This chain is like the double crochet in horizontal. So always we must continue the pattern. Vertical, horizontal, vertical, and horizontal. For begin the next round, I make 3 chains like the first double crochet in horizontal. And here I find the vertical double crochet and I begin to make the same stitches. This is like the rib stitch of in knitting. So now I only make all the rounds that I prefer. You must to alternate the vertical and horizontal double crochet in relief. Here I will show you in my original pattern how I finish my Benny hat. Here I finish the 6th round of the relief stitch. This is the horizontal from the back to the front. I must make the vertical, that is from the front to the back. And when I make this vertical, I find the 3 chains that are the horizontal, and I join with 1 slip stitch. In the 3rd chain, we make the slip stitch. And here I will close and cut the yarn. Pass the yarn into the last stitch, cut the yarn, and I finish to pass the yarn, and I push for that my border is uniform. And we finish our beautiful bunny hat. Now for the reverse, I will show you how to sew one of the yarns. This is the reverse. I always make a loop, and inside of this loop I pass the needle for that my yarn is more secure. And here I start to pass into the center of the stitches. You don't must tie. Here you don't look, you don't see the needle, only is in the center of the stitches. And we have ready our beautiful bunny hat with the style tapestry, that is with 2 colors and a nice design. Remember, subscribe in my channel. Here in YouTube is total free, and you can find me in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Remember, give one like to my video and share with your family and friends. We see us until my next crochet or knitting pattern. Muchas gracias y hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.